welcome in everybody. We're here in the bottom of the first. We want to apologize for not having that top half of the first inning covered. To kind of recap what happened, we had an early fly out to right field, a single to the shortstop, and then we had a strikeout, and then we had a little blooper over the right fielder's head, and then a bouncer over to the third baseline for the third out of the inning. And so that's how we're here. Sam Merritt will be next up to bat from North Carolina whenever they return to that order. Texas is now up to bat. This is how they line up. Number 2, Carson Grant, Nick DeJesus, Marco Cedillo, Sammy Hernandez, Landry Arnold, Jacob Bollock, Leighton Gutierrez, Landon Gray, Reese Ramos, Isaiah Velasquez, Jonah Bollock, and Luke Fry. On the mound for North Carolina will be number 24, Liam Watcher. First pitch from Liam. Comes in. Going to be fouled out of play for the first strike of the inning. This is the 2024 DYB World Series Division II Majors Championship Series. Texas coming into this 4-0. North Carolina with a 4-1 record. Texas wins this. They take home the World Series Championship, With the North Carolina win, we will meet back here tomorrow at this same field. Second pitch comes in for a ball. So 1-1 in the count now to Garrett. That pitch comes in for a strike. 1-2 the count now. These teams did not meet so far in the bracket. Their first meeting between the two. That pitch outside gets away, but it's 2-2 count. No runners on the base. North Carolina on Saturday lost to the host team of Florida to get sent down to the losers bracket. They ended up playing that same Florida team today and won. And that's how they ended up in this championship game as well. Texas was the team that beat that host Florida team to send them down to the losers bracket so North Carolina could face them. And so that's how Texas got in here. They played Georgia earlier today, won with a 6-0 victory, and come into today's game with a 4-0 record. So 2-2 the count now to Garrett after a couple foul balls. That pitch comes in just low, and it'll make the count full. Nick DeJesus is on deck. That pitch hit into right field. It's going to get down. Garrett stretching the field, going to second. He's looking it for third, and he's in safely. Leadoff triple for Carson Garrett. And now Nick DeJesus will come up to bat for this Diboll Texas team. Number 3 playing third base. First pitch hits that outside edge for a strike. Huge swing of momentum to keep fighting in that pitch count by Garrett. And then ends with a big triple as he shows off his speed and hits it into the opposite field. Second pitch goes down as a ball. So it's now 1-1 the count. DeJesus sees that one down for a ball, makes it 2-1. Marco Cedillo is the pitcher next on deck. This one fouled out of play. Evens the count at 2. No outs. And now just 2 batters in. Pitcher Liam Watcher has more pitches than Cedillo recorded in that first inning. So now the pitch from Watcher comes outside, makes the count full now. That ball gets away from the catcher. We'll hold the runner over there at third, though, after that walk. And so now we have runners on the corners for number 9, Marco Cedillo, trying to help himself out. On the mound, trying to give himself some relief runs. William Watcher steps off. William comes set. First pitch of the at-bat comes down for a ball. And so it'll start a 1-0 count, no outs for Marco Cedillo. Sammy Hernandez, the on-deck man. That pitch gonna come in a ball. We're gonna have a play at the plate. And he is safe. Runner goes over to third after that steal, a double steal for Nick DeJesus. And it's already a 1-0 ball game. So 1-0 the score now. Runner advances to third. After stealing second, that allows Carson Garrett to come home. As they're coming back home, that allows DeJesus to steal third. And so Cedillo in a very good position now, 2-0 the count, as he's looking to drive in another run for his team. That ball fouled out of play, makes it 2-1 the count. A very tough Texas team, constantly fouling off pitches, making you fight for every single at bat. That pitch goes outside. 3-1 the count now. That pitch low. And so now he will take his base. We will have runner on the corners again. Number 33, Sammy Hernandez, will step into the box, playing right field. And we will get a pinch runner for our pitcher. I have a feeling we'll see, no, maybe not. We will see number 7, Luke Fry, be the pinch runner. So Luke Fry will step on first. He'll be the pinch runner for the pitcher, Marco Cedillo. First pitch comes in as a strike. Fry almost gets caught over there at second. Thought that they were going to throw him out at second, but he advances safely back to first. Cedillo running again, or excuse me, Fry running again. That time pretty late. Lucky to not be caught there. But now it's an 0-2 count to Sammy Hernandez. He puts that one back up the middle. He's going to get in the gap. We're going to have one run come through. Gets past the center fielder. Hernandez is running all the way around. And coach wanted him to go for home, but he holds up at third. And so now we have a 2-run RBI triple after that hit from Hernandez. And it is now a 3-0 ball game early in the bottom of the first for Texas. So we're going to have a meeting between the umpires to see if there was any kind of interference. And they are going to say that there was interference. And so we are going to have a run come home, and it will now be a 4-0 ball game for Texas. And so a costly error in center field to allow that ball get by him caused the runner to go all the way to third. But apparently there was interference along the way to block the runner. And so now we will see another run get added to the board. Still no outs in this inning for North Carolina. 4-0 the ball, the score. And that will bring up Landry Arnold for Texas.
Now batting 23, Landry Arnold.
First pitch comes in as a strike. Second pitch to Arnold. Breaking ball outside for a ball. William Walter now matches his jersey number with pitches at 24. Ooh, that pitch just low. Just under the zone. Makes it 2-1 for Arnold. That pitch also not hitting the zone, and so now it's 3-1 the count. Still no outs. That pitch does hit the zone. We got a full count now for Landry Arnold in the 5-hole. Jacob Bollock, the on-deck hitter. This one, opposite way into right field. Great catch by the right fielder, Connor Tedder. And so that incredible catch by Connor will be the first out recorded here in this bottom of the first. And so Jacob Bollock now the batter for this Diboll Texas team. 99 his number, playing first base. Hits that one the opposite way, but foul. Caught the end of his bat with that one. That one gonna hit him, and so he will take his base over at first.
Now batting number 6, Leighton Gutierrez.
And Leighton Gutierrez, the left fielder, number 6, steps into the box, excuse me. Bollock will be the runner over at first. That one opposite way, gonna get down. And so now we got runners on first and second. One out for Texas.
Now batting number 12, Landon Gray.
Number 12, Landon Gray, the center fielder, will be the next batter. We're going to have a meeting on the mound for North Carolina. See if we have any kind of movement here. We will see a change. And so that will be the end of Leighton Watcher's day. And that will bring up number 17, Ike Price.
31 pitches.
He will now be the pitcher. And so it looks like going to have a little bit of movement. It seems like we'll see Watcher come over to third base and Mason Thompson possibly go into shortstop. So we'll take a quick break. We'll get that information when we come back right here on DYB Baseball and Texarkana Game Day. All right, we're back. Ike Price now on the mound for North Carolina. First pitch high for a ball. Runners on first and second. So Liam watched her, ended up coming over to third. Bryce Moore is now the shortstop, and Mason Thompson is now over at second base. So 1-1 the count. 1 out for Ike Price. That pitch also coming in high, so now a 2-1 count for Price. And Gray, the batter, that ball gets away from the catcher. Both runners will advance. So now both runners in scoring position, 3-1 the count for Landon Gray. Three and 1 the count. That pitch comes in low and inside, full count, or excuse me. It's a walk now, and so bases are loaded. And Reese Ramos, the catcher, will step into the box against Ike Price. That ball gets away. Runners think about advancing but do not. So it will be a 1-0 count. Base is still loaded. Quick timeout for the catcher to fix his leg gear. Gonna get time from the batter. So 1-0 the count. Price with the windup. The pitch gets him to swing and miss. 1-1 the count now. Big swing and miss there from Price. That pitch, another big swing and miss. 1-2 for Reese Ramos. Pitcher, Ike Price making quick work, ready to go. Want to work fast. That one popped up. Gonna drop. Gonna allow a run to come in. Runners are moving. 1 run comes in, 2 run in. And we have a bases clearing double. And so make it 7-0 Texas here in the bottom of the first. Still only 1 out. Now Isaiah Velasquez looking to step in, but first we're going to get time and have the catcher Reese Ramos come in for a pinch runner. Number 23, Landry Arnold, will be the runner for Reese Ramos. All right. First pitch sails high for a ball. Joe Nabalik, the on-deck man. Second pitch of the at-bat. Low for a ball. 2-0 the count now. Price the pitch. That one sails high. 3-0 the count now. Landry Arnold, the runner on second. Isaiah Velasquez in the box now. Looking to continue to add to this Texas lead in a huge first inning for a squad trying to win this World Series. 3-0 take. Sees it down the middle for a strike. That pitch gets a big swing and a miss. We got a full count now. Ike Price trying to storm his way back after being down 3-0. That pitch comes in the zone for a strikeout. Second out of the inning now for North Carolina. Ike Price
Now batting, number 8, Jonah Bollock.
coming in trying to limit as much damage as he can. Came into a tough situation, and so now he faces Jonah Bollock. Runner still in scoring position. That one on the outside edge for a strike. 0-1 the count. Luke Fry, the number 12 batter in the on-deck circle. Second pitch of the at-bat. Gets a big fan. Big swing and miss. 0-2 the count now. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second for Jonah Bollock. Baltimore bounce. Gonna go foul. And so it will reset. 0-2 the count now. So everybody will go back to where they started. Bollock taking this time to get back in the box. Price is ready to go. He's loading up. He's ready to go. The pitch. Bollock fouls it off. So we'll do it again. Bollock trying to mess with Price a little bit, slowing him down. Knows that he has a quick tempo as a pitcher, and so trying to play that mind game of baseball and kind of get him out of his situations however he can. Really slowing him down now as the umpire is asking him to get in the box. That one fouled away again. 0-2, still the count. Still 2 outs. And I have a feeling we'll see this kind of situation from Jonah Bollock again. Yep. Gonna adjust the gloves, adjust the helmet, and now he's ready to go. Maybe. Here we go. All right. Ike Price, the pitch. That one sails high. 1-2 the count now. And here it is, Jonah Bollock trying to get in his head just a little bit. Each pitch trying to take even longer. It can be a mind game. Price the pitch. That one's going to bounce all right over to the first baseman. And that will be the final out of the first inning. Not before Texas puts up 7 in this bottom half of the first inning. North Carolina is going to look to answer as we return here in just a few seconds for the top of the second right after this. All right, we're back. Top of the second, North Carolina's looking to rally back after a big bottom of the first inning by Texas, putting up 7 runs. And it'll start with Sam Merritt, number 7, Bryce Moore, the second baseman, and Trenton Thompson are your 3 on deck for this inning. And so we got Blaine Souls, Carter Creech, Connor Tedder, and Liam Watchter will be the guys to round out the lineup, and then return with Cassius Shepard, Ike Price, Easton Creech, Graham Hunt, and Mason Thompson, who recorded outs in that first inning. First pitch. This one, big swing. And so it'll start with an 0-1 count. Marco Cedillo recorded just 8 pitches in that first inning. 9 and 10 now. And it is now an 0-2 count. Quickly to Sam Merritt. And 3 pitches is all it takes to record the out for Sam Merritt, and that'll bring up Bryce Moore now for North Carolina. Just 11 pitches thrown so far by Marco Cedillo. This pitcher from Texas making quick work in a big way. So Bryce Moore, the second baseman now. Up to bat. First pitch going to be right back up the middle. Going to get through, and that'll be a hit for this North Carolina team and a 1-out single. They're going to look to rally off of that big hit by Bryce Moore. That'll bring up number 72, Trenton Thompson, to the plate. Trenton, a little bouncer over to third. He's going to throw over to first. He comes off the back. He's safe. Runner is advancing over to third. He'll make it there safely. And so now we got runners on the corners after that hit from Trenton Thompson.
Now batting, number 9, Blaine Souls.
So number 9, Blaine Souls, who got moved out to left field, is now going to be in the box, looking to drive in North Carolina's first run of this game. Plays down the bunt, right back to the pitcher. He's going to make over the first. Play at the plate, safe. And now we got a rundown going over, and we're going to get an out. So the inning will end, but not before North Carolina puts up 1 run on the board. And so now it'll be a 1-7 game as we head to the bottom of the third after that double play to end the inning. We'll be right back after this. All right, bottom of the second, Ike Price still the pitcher for North Carolina. North Carolina able to drive in a run there in the top of the second inning, but a double play allows Texas to be back on the mound now, or back at the plate now, excuse me. And so we will have Luke Fry up to bat. That nice bunt laid down by Blaine Souls. Went back to the pitcher, allowed the run to come in. Play went over to first and then got another out at the plate, and so that allowed there to be that double play. And so first pitch now by Price. Sails over the head for a ball, and so 1-0 the count now. Here to start this bottom of the half of the second. That pitch comes in high, get an appeal over to first. Says that he did not go, and so it is 2-0 the count to the 12-hole Luke Fry. Pitch down the middle there for a strike. 2-1 the count now. Carson Garrett, Nick DeJesus also due up this inning. Pitch gets spiked both into the plate, and so it'll be a 3-1 count now for Fry. The pitch comes in high, and so he will walk the 12 hole, and that'll bring us to the leadoff man. Number 2, Carson Garrett, playing second base for the Texas team out of die ball. First pitch comes high and inside for a ball. 1-0 the count now, with Luke Fry over there at first base. Price the pitch. That one sails outside for a ball. Thought about back picking a runner over there at first. That pitch comes outside. So now it is a quick 3-0 count for Carson Garrett, excuse me. Garrett showed off his speed earlier in the game, and that'll be a 4-pitch walk for Garrett, and so he'll take his base over there at first. And so 2 batters, 2 walks. And so now we'll have a meeting on the mound between the catcher and the pitcher. They go to try to figure some things out. Number 3, Nick DeJesus, will now be the batter for Texas.
Now batting, number 3, Nick DeJesus.
Nick DeJesus stays in. This one comes inside for a ball. So now 5 balls in a row. That one's going to be a strike. 1-1 the count now for DeJesus. Price the pitch. That one hits that outside edge for a strike, and so now it is quickly 1-2. That meeting between him and his catcher has paid off. That one going to get away from the catcher, going to allow both runners to advance. And so now both runners in scoring position now. 2-2 the count for DeJesus. That one fouled back. Keeps the count even at 2. 36 pitches now for Ike Price.
Ike Price does 36 pitches.
And DeJesus, big swing and a miss, and that'll be the first out of the inning for Price and this North Carolina team. And so now we'll see the pitcher, Marco Cedillo, be the batter for this Texas squad. That pitch comes in high and outside for a ball. Want to know the count to Cedillo. That pitch down the middle, 1-1. Now, Sammy Hernandez, the on-deck man. Hernandez, speaking of showing off wheels, speedy runner there on the base pass the last time he was up, as he was able to reach third in his at-bat. One and 2 count. This ball, little dribbler back up the middle, play over at first, gonna get the out, but 1 run will come in and it will advance the runner over to third. And so now 2 outs for North Carolina, but the score is now 8-1 in favor of the Texas side.
33, Sammy Hernandez.
So Hernandez will look to add some more RBIs to his total. That one fouled back. start with an 0-1 count for the right fielder Hernandez. Ike Price now at 42 pitches. That pitch comes in high, makes it 1-1. That one also fouled away. 1-2 count. Now to Hernandez. 2 down with a runner on third. Price looking to limit the damage. As that one comes in for a ball. Graham Hunt there trying to frame that pitch. Get that strike call for his pitcher. That one, a little floater up to the shortstop. He'll call it, and he will get it. And that'll end the inning. 1 run comes across for Texas. And so that'll bring us to the top of the third. We'll be right back on DYB Baseball and Texarkana Game Day right after this. All right, welcome in, everybody. We are back. We will have a 5-minute hydration break between these two teams. We obviously want to make sure that we ensure the safety of both of these teams playing, and so it is a 5-minute hydration break. Allow the players to cool down. It's very hot outside, and like we mentioned in some earlier broadcasts, it was over 130 degrees coming off of this field, and so definitely want to ensure the players' safety, allow them to get some water, and allow them to take whatever breaks they need necessary. Just to kind of give a recap of where we are, what you're watching. This is the 2024 DYB World Series. This is the Division II Majors side of the bracket, and so we've got the Texas State champions out of DIV facing the North Carolina State champions out of Whiteville. Texas coming into this game with a 4-0 record, North Carolina with a 4-1 record. And so they come into this game playing earlier games. Texas playing Georgia earlier this afternoon with a 6-0 win, and North Carolina beating Florida with a 4-0 win, I believe. And so earlier wins are today, and so now they're coming in and looking to, for Texas, they're looking to become World Series champions after this game. And with North Carolina, they're looking to extend to a game tomorrow. If North Carolina comes away with a win, they will play tomorrow, scheduled for 11 a.m. here at Field 10. If Texas ends up coming away with it, they will go and grab that Division II Majors champions flag out of center field. And so we'll look to see that either between Texas or North Carolina. This is the Majors side of the bracket. We've been covering the ozone coverage all week. They will wrap up that coverage tomorrow with the teams from Texas and Florida still in it. South Carolina just played a minute ago. I'll look to get you a final score on that here soon. It appears it was 9-3 in favor of South Carolina. And so
All right, you can now take the field.
South Carolina advances, and they will play tomorrow as they played less games than the other two teams. And so they will automatically go into the game tomorrow they automatically will move into the game tomorrow. Texas and Florida will draw for who has to play South Carolina in the O-Zone game. And so the winner of that game will play whoever gets the bye. And so look forward to seeing that tomorrow. We will have that live coverage here on DYB Baseball Facebook and YouTube page, as well as Texarkana Game Day Facebook page. And so we want to thank everybody for tuning in this week and supporting these kids, and we ask that everybody shares and likes and comments on the posts that we make and supports all these kids. I mean, it's a big deal to them, and they deserve as much coverage as possible. And so now we will see Marco Cedillo take back his time on the bump. And we'll see number 10, Carter Creech, be the leadoff batter for the Whiteville, North Carolina.
Number 10, Carter Creech.
Creech coming in with a American flag helmet on. That one popped back and foul. 0-1 the count now here in this top of the third inning. Cedillo so far thrown 15 pitches through 2 innings of work. That one also popped back and foul. 0-2 quickly to Creech. Connor Tedder and Liam Watchter, the guys, due up this inning as well. Cedillo throws that one for a ball. 1-2 now the count. That one hammered back up the middle. Going to go to the shortstop. He's going to throw it across in time for the out, and so that'll be the first out recorded here in this third inning. 6-3 put out. So trying to get these pitches going for Cedillo. First pitch in for a strike. Connor Tedder, number 3, playing right field for this North Carolina squad. That one back up the middle to the pitcher, and it'll be a quick out. So 2 pitches, one that results in a liner and a comebacker right to the pitcher. And so he records the second out, and that'll bring up the number 12 hole, Liam Watchter, starting pitcher here from North Carolina. First pitch comes in a little high. It'll be a 1-0 count now for Liam. Second pitch. That one gets away from him, and so now 2-0 behind in the count. Top of the order, number 2, Cassius Shepard, is on deck. That pitch just outside, and so now 3-0 the count. You figure Liam will be watching here. And he does. Now 3-1. Looks over to his third base coach for some signals. That one played on the ground over to the third baseman, and he'll throw it across for the third out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Texas squad, and they will come back into the bottom of the third, excuse me, and look to put up some more runs. We'll be right back after this. All right, we're back. It's the bottom of the third. Ike Price still the man on the mound for North Carolina, and now we will see Landry Arnold come in for his second at bat.
Not bad. Number 23, Landry Arnold.
Ike Price gets set for the first pitch. That one's going to come inside for a ball. Quick 1-0 count to Arnold. Pitch comes in high, makes it 2-0. Price likes to work fast. We've only seen one batter kind of slow him down with their routine. 3-0 the count now. That was Jonah Bollock. So the 3-0 pitch comes down the middle for a strike, and so it is 3-1. Arnold thought differently, and so threw his bat. No. Got to take a little bit of time to get back in the box. Gets in pretty quickly, though. 3-1 count. That pitch is going to be up. And so now Landry Arnold, the leadoff batter, will be the leadoff man on first base now. So that'll bring up number 99, Jacob Bollock. He's followed by number 6, Leighton Gutierrez. The three due up for this inning. That pitch inside and low, and so we're going to be 1-0 count now to Jacob. The 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1 for Ike Price. Price done a good job coming into this game and limiting damage. That pitch hit the opposite way, but foul. That pitch comes in high, makes it 3-1. 3-2, excuse me, after the foul. That pitch comes in high. So I had the count wrong. I apologize. So now it is a full count. 3-2. That one hammered down the left field line. He's going to get past the third baseman and allow the runner to come over to third. He's going to get past him. And so now both runners are now in scoring position. No outs.
Now batting, number 6.
For number 6, Leighton Gutierrez. So 8-1 the score. Gutierrez up to bat. Both runners in scoring position. Price throws that fastball just low for a ball. 1-0 count, no outs. Price throws that one in for a strike. And so now we just got a batter's interference call. The catcher went to go to looked like to throw a back pick, it seemed like. And so the batter was in his way, and so he called him out. But we are going to have a meeting between the umpires now to check that call. And so we're going to have a meeting between the umpires. They're going to decide if they thought he was inside the box or not with that interference that was originally called. So, going to have we're going to have a discussion, and they're going to bring in the rules officials from the DYB officials. And so we're going to see if there was more rules or that the umpires are unaware of, and so they're trying to figure out. Because I don't think that they're coming to him about an eyes thing, because it's their judgment call down on the field. It's between the umpires on there, and so they're just trying to kind of figure out rules here at it. So a big call nonetheless, because there's runners on second and third. Before the interference call, there were no outs, and it was a 1-1 count, I believe. And so gonna look to see what the call is here. Well, now. Batter is out because of interference. Okay. So call remains the same as when we last left you. And that will bring up Landon Gray, number 12 center fielder. That one hammered back up the middle. Going to get past the second baseman. Going to allow one to score. Runner from the seconds coming around. Going to be a play at the plate. Not in time. 2 runs come in on a big 2-run RBI double from Landon Gray. And so now the score is 10-1 for the home Texas team. Runner on third, 1 out for Reese Ramos. Ramos, the catcher for this Texas squad. He hits that one back to the third baseman. Going to come across the plate, across the diamond, excuse me, for another out, but not before the runner advances. And so now there is a runner at third for Isaiah Velasquez.
Not bad, number 20, Isaiah Velasquez.
And Ike Price now 61 pitches. 2 outs recorded this inning. That runner on third, that pitch comes in high for ball 1. Shortstop Bryce Moore coming over there, making sure that ball doesn't go into the outfield, but to allow the runner to advance on anything silly. And so 2-0 the count now for Velasquez. The pitch, that one fouled back. Now 2-1, 2 outs. Runner on third. As everybody resets to their position. All right, Price gets set back on the mound. The pitch gets a big swing out of Velasquez. And so now 2 balls, 2 strikes. A chance for Price to get North Carolina out of this inning. That one goes over the back of his head, going to allow the runner to come in. We've got 11-1 is your score now after that wild pitch from Ike Price. So 3 balls, 2 strikes now. Big swing and a miss, and that'll be the 3rd out, but not before Texas puts on 3 in this inning. And so 11-1, we head to the top of the 4th. When we come back, North Carolina's fighting to stay alive for their World Series championship hopes, as there is a 10-run rule in effect now. So we'll be right back after this. All right, so Cedillo finishes up his warm-up pitches, and he will look to finish things out for Texas and bring home that World Series championship after this inning. Ike Price will be the leadoff man from North Carolina.
Top bat number 2, Cassius Shepard.
All right, first pitch from Cedillo comes in for a ball. Second pitch, big swing and a miss from Shepard. Shepard, excuse me, not Ike Price up to bat. That ball gets away from him. 2-1 the count now to Shepard. Shepard, Price, and Creech, the batters due up for North Carolina, as they are finally back at the top of their order here in the top of the 4th. That pitch comes in high, 3-1 the count now for Cedillo. Three and one count, Shepard here. Sees the 4th pitch for a ball. And so, leadoff man on for Shepard in North Carolina as they look to rally here in the top of the 4th. That'll bring up Ike Price now, the current pitcher from North Carolina. That one hammered into center field. Runner getting back, incredible play. He's going to get back to, try to get it back first. Luckily, Shepard was on that one. Incredible catch by center fielder Landon Gray. That one was behind his head the entire time, and he found it, caught it, and an incredible out for Texas. And so, one down now. That brings up Easton Creech. That ball goes outside. So 1-0 the count. Runner on first. Swing and a miss from Creech. Evens the count at 1 for Cedillo and this die-ball Texas team. Third pitch. Gets a foul ball. So 1-2 count now for Creech. Graham Hunt, the man on deck, the catcher. Pitch for Cedillo. Catcher sets up outside. Oh, and just gets it to frame back on the outside edge for a strike. So now 2 outs, and North Carolina is 1 out away from being crowned runner-up. And so Cedillo going to work against Hunt here, looking to do whatever he can to end this thing and be called a World Series champion. Going to get time called by Hunt. Cedillo gets set. That pitch sails high for a ball. So 1-0 count to start Hunt. Mason Thompson, the on-deck man, if Hunt's able to extend this inning. Second pitch just outside, makes it 2-0. Runner on first, 37 pitches now recorded by Cedillo. That pitch just outside on the edge to the lefty Hunt. And so now a 3-0 count for Hunt. Again, Mason Thompson, the on-deck man. That pitch hits the top of the zone, 3-1 Cedillo trying to work his way back into this count and end things right here. That one just on the outside edge is going to be a walk. And so now runners on first and second. And North Carolina is still fighting.
40 pitches.
Cedillo now at 40 pitches. Mason Thompson, third baseman, now stepping in to the batter's box. Looking to put in some runs and keep his team fighting. First one fouled back, 0-1 to start his at-bat. The 1 pitch hit to the shortstop. He's going to throw it over to first, and that'll do it. Texas is your 2024 Majors state champions for the DYB World Series. And they just figured it out. Texas is your World Series champions for the Division II Majors. They came out hot, put up 7 in the first, carried 4 more over the next 3 innings, and
Both teams, please go to the baselines, please.
held North Carolina to only 1 run. And so Texas comes in and just dominates this game, makes their name known, and they take the win 11-1 and crowns themselves 2024 DYB World Series Division II Majors champions. And so want to give a big shout out to the North Carolina runner-up team, the North Carolina team that places runner-up, and so going to give them a shout out. Number 2, Cassius Shepard. Number 17, Ike Price. Number 99, Easton Creech. Number 34, Graham Hunt. Number 5, Mason Thompson. Number 7, Sam Merritt. Number 1, Bryce Moore. Number 72, Trenton Thompson. Number 9, Blaine Souls. Number 10, Carter Creech. Number 3, Connor Tedder. And number 24, Liam Watcher, with their coaches being Jason Price, Jonathan Souls, and Zach Hunt. And now for the Texas Majors teams, the World Series champions for the Division II Majors. Number 10, Carson Grant. Number 3, Nick DeJesus. Number 9, Marco Cedillo. Number 33, Sammy Hernandez. Number 23, Landry Arnold. Number 99, Jacob Bollock. Number 6, Leighton Gutierrez. Number 12, Landon Gray. Number 28, Reese Ramos. Number 20, Isaiah Velasquez. Number 8, Jonah Bollock. Number 7, Luke Fry. The manager, Jason Arnold. Coaches Robert Cedillo and Coach Craig Ramos. And so now they will go down to the field for the trophy ceremonies for both teams. Again, the Texas team out of Diboll is your 2024 DYB World Series champions for the Division II Majors. We want to thank everybody for tuning in for this matchup. Again, the Ozone series for the DYB Division II series will end tomorrow. You can tune in here on DYB and Texarkana Game Day for that as well. And so we want to encourage everybody to tune in for those final games of the Ozone series, as they have 3 teams left on that side of the bracket. And so make sure to tune in tomorrow. We appreciate everybody for their support. We thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next time. Thank you again, everybody. Good night.